Well, hello, from Gary from Somerset in England in a man shed. It's 3 degrees outside and it's December the 5th, 2020. This is a thank you to all YouTubers who posted videos in the past. This is a 1969 Jaguar 4.2 XK engine with twin SU carburetors. This is my home built test bench. I'm indebted to people on YouTube for their help and giving ideas. I need to test this before I've had it tested, but I'm also rebuilding, if you can see in the background, the original 2.8 engine from a 1971 2.8 Auto XJ6 Series 1. So I want to test that before I put it back in the car, because having already done it, it went tight. So this time it's going to be bench tested. So if we swing round, we have the head fully rebuilt. So this is my test bench. As you can see, it's homemade. You could buy them for about £1,800. That's the original Jag radiator in a wooden frame on stages. You then move forward. I bought some gauges off of eBay. So we have water, volts and oil. Only the oil is connected. We then bought one of these you can buy off of eBay or Amazon. And you can see we have fuel, coil and cold start wired up, but not the start. We then have to connect up power steering to drive the water pump and all the associated hoses. So it's in exactly the same position it would be in the car. This is the important bit, which took a bit of working out. If you come down here, from the coil, that wire, negative, goes to the distributor. And that was a hard thing to find out. Here is the wiring block for a brand new SU fuel pump I had to buy. Those wires here go up to the switch, so they're in there and I can turn them on individually. So turn the coil on, the fuel pump on. We then move over to this, which on this Series 1 2.8 is the cold start mechanism. Vacuum operated, you switch the switch, solenoid drops down, activates cold start by vacuum and water. Carburetors have been fully rebuilt. That's the manifold on. The engine has been fully rebuilt. So it's 30 thou over. The head's been fully rebuilt with brand new valves, collets, springs, valve seats cut, everything. Obviously gap set. And then we have come down here, had to buy a marine fuel tank, gasoline tank, so they can pump into the SU carburetor. We now use the battery from the car. So we have the negative going on next to the starter motor. And you come down from the back of the starter motor with the positive lead going to there. You will see on the battery terminals a positive and negative lead running back to supply to the junction boxes, then to the switch. It all takes time. This has taken me about 3 days to build. The engine is sitting on wooden blocks screwed together and they're resting on the 50mm ply shed floor. If you come over here, again it sits there. At the back you have to use, this is a bell housing from a Series 3 4.2 Auto with my original 2.8 flywheel in the back. Around the side we have, on the back of the engine, uprated Goodrich braided hoses. On this side we have the standard Jaguar manifolds, and this is just, it came with the car funny enough, the 4.2 headers for the exhaust, and they go straight out the shed, and they make a lot of noise. If I come back round, you can see there we are, all wired up, ready to go. So exactly as you would have in the car. So that means I can now try this engine, which has already been tested over at a company called Sigma Engineering in Gillingham, Dorset. So I know it runs, I know it works well. I'm going to set it up today to test all this out. I ran it yesterday, so I know it works, but I want to set the carburetors up to it and run it in a little bit. This engine is for sale and it is on eBay. I have to sell it to get some of my money back. I am thousands down. If anyone tells you you can rebuild an XK engine cheaply, they are lying. You will spend a minimum of £3,000 on engineering work. Crank regrind, new shells, rebore, new pistons. The heads need completely rebuilding. They need new valves. Valve seats cut, head skimmed, block skimmed. The 2.8 I showed you earlier, those pistons cost me £700. It's madness, but it's 50-year-old engineering. We will come back in a second for the start.